6 in the morning. The car is assembled for the most part, and I'm looking at it, and I love it. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Oh my God, that is my car. That is, look at this. This is the first time that the car has had a front bumper on it. When I first got this car, the front bumper was messed up. The whole front end had been in a crash. I've never actually had a proper bumper on this thing. Spent at least an hour, if not more, getting this whole front bumper situated, because it is not easy with Corvettes. There's brackets everywhere. Half of them were broken. Oh my God. It has a face. My car has a face now. Oh, it's so good. Look at the engine with the fade, you guys. Check it, check it, check it. And the front bumper with the neon yellow going into the neon yellow engine bay. So glad I did it. You know, I don't care what anyone says anymore. I can't believe I let maybe some people make me doubt myself. I did it again. I love it. This is so the right decision. I absolutely love the neon yellow interior. It brings everything together. The bumper fades into the bay. It is so beautiful. And I can't believe I'm actually looking at it all together now. Wow, this thing with a hatch on, liveried up, man, it's so freaking nice. So I painted this. So glad I did. It looks a lot better now. I still need to paint the mirrors. My plan originally was to do carbon fiber on different mirrors that I bought that are different styles. So I'm still going to do that later on. But for now, instead of wrapping the stock ones in carbon fiber, I'm just going to spray it black really fast on track to something look like carbon fiber just to get me through Drift Week. I wasn't planning on using those after anyway. So I'll be painting those black. I wanted to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Infinity Kingdom. Infinity Kingdom is a cartoon-style MMO strategy game featuring elements of alchemists, immortals, dragons, and so much more. Now, this game lets you summon up famous figures, hatch dragons, assemble elemental units tactically on the battlefield, and expand your kingdom territory as you go. This game has a great visual demonstration of territory expansions and is designed with a completely detailed solo world campaign. This game is full of immortals, dragons, gnomes, and troops, but the dragons are absolutely my favorite part, and there are 7 different varieties of them based on the game's 7 magical elements. These elements are light, shadow, water, fire, wind, earth, and lightning. Assemble and train your troops using different troop types, magical elements, and dragon combinations. There are 100 different cities in the game to conquer using whatever strategies you prefer, and you can even team up with your friends to join the city siege. The main goal is to occupy as many cities as possible to ultimately conquer the largest city on the map, the World Heart. Players will learn and develop different strategies and tactics in order to conquer those cities, and there are a ton of free-to-play parts in the game, such as water immortals and even dragons. This game also has tons of redemption codes you can use for many different perks throughout the game. Download Infinity Kingdom using my code in the description below, and be sure to join my alliance, RotaryGang. Thank you again to Infinity Kingdom for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. The major things that need to be done before we can load the car up for Drift Week is hydro. I think we ended up probably gonna mount it right there where it's off to the side of the wheel, and I still have enough room to do all my shifting and it doesn't interfere. So we have to make a bracket for the hydro, put the dash in, which will require some cutting for this, and it requires some cutting for my Holly display that I have here. So this hydro, and then just the hydro lines, which is super simple. So we have this kit from Drift HQ. Everything's pre-measured, and I already have the lines to the dual caliper just hanging in the rear for that. I'm like touching a glimpse of my car. It looks so good. Wow. It is like around 7:40 and the Drift HQ guys just left. So our goal is to only be like 6 or so hours behind them in order to make the first full day of drifting, which is actually nighttime drifting. So right now we are fine as long as we get the day started relatively soon. I'm gonna go take a power nap and then come back here in like an hour or two when people start to show up. Huge shout out and thank you again to our super Nick team. OG Nick that you guys know has built this entire car, and Nick started, who actually came down here for a little over a week, about a week now, just helping us get through the home stretch on this car. Just what's better than one Nick, but two Nicks. They're really the reason why the car is where it's at right now, and I'm really hoping that we can make it to Drift Week. All right, it's actually been another full day, and no, I have not gone to sleep yet. Lots of updates for the car, but we're gonna focus on the dyno right now. We've made it to the dyno. We're trying to get through this, maybe a few more runs, and then load the car for Drift Week, and hopefully beforehand I'll have time to show you everything that we've been working on today. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten this little sleep since college. I don't like it, but it was necessary. And the car is almost complete and it looks amazing on the dyno. Alright, we actually have like 15 minutes or so before we go live with our tuner, so I wanted to show you guys some of the updates. We put on my C7 hatch pieces. Now, unfortunately, I'm actually missing a lot of the seals for the halo and this piece, so it doesn't look like the best right now, but it is on there. Also, I dropped these pieces like days after getting them freshly painted, so it's been on my to-do list to redo the fade. So if you zoom in or see any speckles, that's what that is. I literally dropped this like outside. It was really sad when it was first painted, but they do look really good on the car, so I'm still gonna rock them and just repaint them when we get back. The hatch is on. We got 2 glitter back Prisma seats in here now. We have our carbon fiber dash, also have the hydro. Nick and Marco whipped that bracket up onto our mount that we already had over the tunnel. It's looking like a proper drift car now. We also have my switches mounted right here. We were gonna put a much bigger Holley display right there, however, it wouldn't fit. So temporarily, we just have the Terminator smaller screen there, which will be fine. That'll show us all the data that I need to see for Drift Week, and then we'll swap that screen out later on. The hydro that I have in this car is an IRP one. It's the first time I've ever used theirs. It's reverse mount, which I like going away from the driver. Duarte has that in his car, and he really likes it, so I'm excited to test that out. I think I might have made it too nice. I think I might have made it too nice for a drift car. So you know what? That is why we are going straight into a Drift Week. Just gotta rip the Band-Aid off. It's looking like a show car right now, but this is a purpose-built competition drift car, and I just need to rip that Band-Aid off. I can't let it get too nice or I'm not gonna drive it hard. So we finally put it all together. It's looking absolutely incredible. If you notice, I also put the mirrors on. I just really quickly painted them like a satin black and threw our little neon arrow on because why not? Eventually I'm gonna have carbon fiber either layered or just carbon fiber mirrors for the car. I also put in vents on both the fenders, so that looks a lot better now too. Dude, spent like an hour fitting this front bumper. I definitely would not have had the patience for that, but it looks absolutely incredible. For Drift Week, we're actually just gonna rock no hood. It works in the 3-rotor car. I have my beautiful Texas Speed 440 LS that I want to show off. And we're also very limited on time, and I don't want to just hack up my fade painted hood as well. So if it rains, I just won't run. I don't really think I want to run this car in the rain anyway, but that is why we're going to be rocking hoodless for now. I actually like it. It's kind of a vibe. I get to show off my engine that matches my car, which is really cool. I did put both of our True Focus Fab bash bars back on the car, so you can see the rear has the jack point right here, and the front you can't see anymore, but I used to never have a front bumper, so you guys probably remember what that looks like. I added these and I actually love it. Finally found some that weren't like Corvette branded, so I'm probably gonna have a sticker made and put it here, but it adds so much to the car when you open up the doors. So this is new, added on each side. Marco also made some little tabs for our foot riser carbon tray right here. Our throttle table had to get clearanced out a bit as well for when it moves up and down. So So that is done, and this is fully secure and mounted, and our FDF steering column is fully welded. So I had to make a commitment, decide exactly where I wanted it, and that is welded, taken care of, and painted black now as well. So we are remoting in with Mail Order Tuner. They do all of the Texas speed tunes, and they're the go-to for the LS platform. Our car is running on the Holley Terminator, so that alone has allowed us like a really simple process, at least getting through the first startup. Especially with Holley, like that's pretty much go-to for anyone with an LS. It has really good like self-learning on it as well, so the car will hopefully continue to get better even if we only have time for a few pulls on the dyno. But Mail Order Tuner is going to sort us out, and on the car right now we are running Ignite Racing fuel, Ignite Red to be exact. Time. I think I've been up for 2 days straight. The Knicks have been getting very little sleep as well, just the past like week and a half, but it's done. The car is officially packed up, loaded in the trailer. Jim and Nick are going to New Jersey, Englishtown. We're going to Driftweed. We made it. The C6 went on the dyno, we did the thing. There's so many other things that happened to get us to do the thing, and it's awesome. It's in the trailer, and we're gonna be drifting it for the very first time, possibly tomorrow. We were fine with what we did on the dyno. We didn't want to push it anymore. The engine's still in break-in, so those numbers will be our numbers until after Driftweed. I'm really happy with it. It was a few pulls, and we're right there, like touching 600 wheels. So excited to feel what my 440 feels like for the very first time tomorrow or the next day. I haven't slept in 2 days, so I'm sorry this video has been all over the place, but the freaking team did it, y'all. We're doing a Driftweed with the C6. It looks absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see what you guys think about it too. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.